Welcome to the village life. This is Kenya. Actually, in the village life, this is how the village life look like. You can get how the animals are just feeding by. There's a lot of greens. This is Kenyan village life that we are, and today we are going to share about knowledge about this village life. Oh, what's up guys, welcome back to this amazing YouTube channel. I goes by the name it is Gat. If the first time you're coming across this YouTube channel, consider to subscribe, like the video, always turn on the notification. Let me take this opportunity to thank each and every guy who has just come to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I say thank you and thank you a lot. So guys, today we are going to have an exclusive interview with one of the guy that is going to handle here some of the sheep, and is going to do tooth clipping, is going to do iron injection, and now we are going to learn more about this tooth clipping and also iron injection. We are going to see the importance of tooth clipping and also the importance of iron. Why are the sheep supposed to be done tooth clipping? We understand that tooth clipping is important to the piglet. In between this piglet, when they try to suck the mother, actually they come and they injure the mother. And also iron is because when these piglet have just been born, actually they lack some iron. So guys, we are going to have a exclusive interview. Feel in touch until the last of the minute. Thank you so much.
Come back to Farm with Maxwell. That is my YouTube channel name. So today I'm going to talk something about pigs. And when I'm talking about something about pigs, so today I'm going to focus on the piglets. So we have some routine practices that can be done to pigs. And one of the routine practices for pig is, we call it actually tooth clipping. Yeah, that is the clipping of the tooth, because we know that when the piglets are born, they have teeth. So the teeth we are going, I'll show you the way we are going to clip those teeth. And apart from that, I'm going to talk about something about iron injection. Yeah, that is a fundamental thing that should be done to these piglets. So before even I dive into those topics, yeah, so let me just start with how we can handle these piglets, the humane way on how to handle these piglets. So I'll just catch one piglet here. If you like, you can handle it this way. Sometimes you can handle your piglet this way. You see it now not even making noise. And if you like, yeah, you can even combine the legs. Yeah? You put this leg this way. Most of the instances is when you are doing something that we call transgression, yeah? Clipping. So I'll hold it by the neck region here so that we clip the tooth. Yeah? Let me show you. When we are talking about tooth here, we are going to clip this one. Yeah? And this. So this is what we are going to clip. And apart from that, iron injection, yeah, that's going to give it. Actually, we are going to give it intramuscularly. So that means we are going to inject towards the flesh of these piglet, yeah. So that means we will use this region here, or use the thigh muscle here behind, yeah. But for today, we are going to use here, yeah, because they have fresh in them, yeah. So let me explain something about why we do iron injection. This is the reason why we are doing iron injection, yeah. You see, like this piglet, the way it has been born with around 50 milligram of iron in its body. But remember, for survival and the entire thing, the piglets need around 250 milligrams of iron. So that means we have now to supplement this iron, because the milk from its mother cannot reach that 250 milligram. Because one of the reasons is this. You can see these of our pig here, it is confined. Because it is confined. Remember, one of the sources of this iron is from the soil. If the source is from the soil and this pig does not get access to the soil, so that means in the milk there will not be enough iron to supplement this piglet. That is the reason why we are doing that. Yeah. Another thing, when we inject this iron, because the iron that we are going to inject is called the iron dextran. So for this iron dextran, it is usually recommended that it is being injected in the first week of after actually giving birth, farrowing. Yeah, the first week you can inject that iron dextran. Then after that, you can even repeat 2 weeks apart. Yeah. The reason for injecting iron is this one, because I've said about piglets, they don't have enough iron in their body when they are being born. Yeah. So that's why we are going now to supplement those piglets. Another reason is because to achieve that maximum growth, we have to inject iron, because actually it promotes growth. Another reason is it boosts immunity, because once you inject the iron, immunity will be boosted. Another thing that I can talk about iron is when you don't inject your piglets with iron. Yeah, there are some colors, like you can see the coating of this piglet. You can see it is anemic. What do I mean like anemic? It means it appears like whitish in color. So that means it does not have enough iron in the body. So that's why we are going to supplement. Because for piglets, that is the main reason why you are supplementing that. Yeah? And remember, when you don't do any iron injection, that means in terms of immunity will be very low, and it can even die. That is all about iron injection. So I'm going now to talk about tooth clipping. Yeah. So the reason for tooth clipping is this. Yeah. As you can see, when we entered this premise, you see that the mother, when the piglets wanted to suckle, you get that the mother is trying to hide its teeth or below the surface, so that the piglets cannot suck. Because you see, when these piglets have those tooth that I've shown you here, it means that those tooth, they cause harm to the teeth. Yeah, when they are trying to breastfeed, you get that they can even slice the teeth. Yeah, because when we try looking, maybe we just do some something like physical we call it physical what, something like you're just doing physical looking at the teeth of the pig. Yeah, you will see that it has some, actually it will be having some injuries. So that's why it is trying to hide its teeth on the ground. That is the main reason. Another reason is because, you know, when these piglets, they are playing, they are fighting each other. Remember, when they have those teeth, remember, it can cause harm to others, because when they are playing, you can see that it can even crush another one with its tooth. So to avoid that, we have to reduce those tooth, even for future. Yeah, because when you leave these teeth the way they are, when it comes maybe in future, you get that when maybe handling this animal, let's say when one of it becomes very aggressive, you just enter this premise, then once you get inside, you get that we call it imejam in Kiswahili. Yeah? It is very aggressive. Yeah? It can even bite you, because it has those sharp teeth. Yeah? So that means that it can even cause injury to you, because being bitten by an animal is not something easier. We have to handle these animals with a lot of care, with a lot of everything. So the first thing that we'll do, we'll start by tooth clipping. Once we are done with the tooth clipping, we can now go maybe injecting the Dextran. So the requirements for tooth clipping, yeah? One of it, you must have a tooth clipper. Yeah? There is a special gadget to do tooth clipping, yeah? And that gadget, actually you just place, then you cut the tooth and you just restrain the animal well. Remember, when you restrain your animal well, so that means that you avoid injury to that animal. Yeah, because like the way I was showing you, when I restrain that animal very well, it moving side by side, it will be very hard for it, because I'll have restrained it well, so I won't cause any injury to it. So that's why I have to show you on how to handle those piglets, so that maybe in future, because one time you'll be handling these pigs alone. So when you are doing that, you have to handle it with care. Handling a big one like this, yeah. Remember, a big animal like this, you have now to bembeleza it, yeah. You have to handle it softly, yeah. You have to do something like this, yeah. When you want to inject maybe a needle to this, yeah, you just try catching it this way. You want to raise with this pig, yeah. Remember, it is very strong. You'll run with it here, up and down, and at the end of the day, who is training? You will be the one who is training, yeah. So when you are handling these bigger ones, make sure that if you don't have a pig restrainant, yeah, there is a special gadget that it has something like a hook in front, yeah. It is called pig restrainant. But that somebody Usually put it here. You put it here near the nozzle for this, near the snout. Yeah. You restrain it from that side, then you handle, because it has something very firm. Yeah. You hold it from there. So because we don't have that, now we have now to calm our pig very easily. Yeah. You just do this way. You inject what you want to inject with that. Yeah. You see, like this pig is very friendly. I wish it could be having problems so that we could inject a needle to it so that we can see what, demonstrate it practically. But we will do that another day. Yeah, that is how we handle big pigs like this one. Yeah. So I really appreciate for your time and the entire thing, because we are now going to practical. Yeah. So practical, maybe we won't take videos about that. Maybe once we are done, we can take even now elaborating how we have done it, and at least it can be something that at least it can be appreciable. So we are now going to practical. So practical, after practical, next 6 weeks from now, 6 weeks from now, when you're now winning, immediately you win the same week. Actually, a lot of pigs, once you win their piglet, they become on heat. So when you are about to win these piglets, you now tell me that I'm winning. Yeah. Then I tell you on how to look for signs of heat. Yeah. One of the signs, you see this, you know the vulva. Yeah. The vulva is behind here. There is something that the vulva. Yeah. One thing that you will see, it will be swollen and it will be like reddish. Yeah. Reddish, that means it is on heat. That's why the heat came from. Yeah. Another thing, you can even see some discharge. Another thing, when you enter inside here, you try maybe catching this pig maybe here. You see this place here? It is like it is bending low, so that means it is ready to be mounted. Yes, it is ready to be mounted. When you see those signs, yeah, so that means your pig is ready to be inseminated. So that's the time that you just tell me. Then maybe I call an expert. If you allow me, I can do it for you. Yes. Then we just, because we have something like there is a delivery tube for the semen. Yeah. Because you have to place semen from the one end. Then there is a tube that is being inserted through the vulva towards the uterus. So once you insert, then it has something like you can press this way. Yeah? You press it this way. Yeah? So the semen flow toward the actually we call it the horns. Yeah. So that towards the uterus body